my teachers used to pay me to stay home.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
The Bishop Hendricken High School Man of the Year Award has been presented to a young man in every graduating class since our first class of 1962. Votes are taken from the senior class as well as the faculty, and it's awarded to a graduating senior who possesses a number of impressive character traits. The vision section of our mission statement says that the Hendricken man is conscious of his own self-worth, fashioned in the image of God, confident in the power of the Gospels to face the challenges of the future, and committed to responsible decision-making for the common good. I have been coordinating the Man of the Year process for many years now, and every year we have many worthy candidates, and this year was no exception. In the first round of voting, 5 individuals emerged as the top vote-getters, and each of them have made great contributions to our wonderful school and would be ideal choices for this award. I'd ask them to stand at this time. Drew Almonte, Brendan Dillon, Billy Mueller, James Sorrell, and this year's winner, Matt Sweeney. Please stand up. There are many reasons why Matt Sweeney is this year's Man of the Year. He is an accomplished student, he is an accomplished athlete. But the Man of the Year award, more than accomplishments and statistics, is a character award. And Matt Sweeney's character shines forth each and every day. Matt was a member of this year's varsity basketball state championship team. But last year, as a junior, he was on the junior varsity basketball team. I was the junior varsity basketball coach here at Hendricken for 27 years, and I can count on one hand the number of juniors we chose to play on the JV team. Why? Because it takes a special person to allow younger athletes to garner most of the playing time when you're a junior, and if you do make the varsity team as a senior, you are not likely to see much playing time. But if Coach Gomes sees something special in you, and he knows that as a senior, you will work hard and be a constant source of encouragement for your teammates, you will be a member of his team, the most successful in the history of the Rhode Island Interscholastic League. Coach Gomes saw that special person in Matt Sweeney. Matt doesn't have a lot of spare time, but the little he has, he gives to others. Our options program, which educates Hendricken students with intellectual disabilities, is a source of great pride for our school, and these students participate in unified basketball and volleyball. Matt gives up his time to be a member of our unified volleyball team, and the love and admiration of our options students have for their peer mentors was flowing Friday night at our annual pasta dinner. Each peer mentor was called up to receive a gift, and Matt, who had just delivered the game-winning hit a few hours early in our varsity baseball playoff game, did not go out celebrating with his teammates, but chose to attend the options dinner to be with his friends on their special night. These 2 examples are just snippets of why Matt was chosen for this award. There are many others, but he lives out our mission each and every day, and he is leaving Hendricken a much better place because of his presence for the last 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2016 Bishop Hendricken Man of the Year, Matt Sweeney.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am humbled and honored to be chosen as the 2016 Bishop Hendricken Man of the Year among such a deserving group of finalists. Brendan Dillon, Drew Almonte, Jimmy Sorrow, and Billy Mueller have all proven themselves to be extraordinary people, and I am proud to say that all of them are close friends of mine. Together, we have established a series of core values and shared great experiences with the class of 2016. Faith, academics, friendships, and athletics. Our participation in each aspect of the school has provided us with a great Hendricken experience in the creation of a brotherhood, which we call the class of 2016. Faith. The mission of Bishop Hendricken High School is to strengthen the relationship of all members of the community with our Lord Jesus Christ. I would like to thank my parents for the gift of faith that they have given to me. They showed me the importance of loving God and treating all people with equal respect. As Christians, it is our duty to treat others by the golden rule, and the mission of Hendricken stresses that point. We have been given many opportunities over these past 4 years to live our faith. Through mission trips, retreats, and peer ministry, I know that I truly have lived the faith at Hendricken. This past November, I was fortunate enough to attend a mission trip to Brownsville, Texas, the first time Hendricken has visited at a school. Will Alford, Riley Shabbat, Nate Swift, Zach Rostick, and I worked with immigrants who had just come from their native land in Mexico to escape discrimination, poverty, and oppression. I remember one day especially when we were working at a shelter for those who had just arrived to America. There was a woman who came in with her child. It was very hard to communicate with her, as I tried desperately to remember everything Senora Gismundo had taught me the year before. But I was able to find out that she was only 16 years old, and her precious child was an infant of 9 months. She was younger than me. She had no home and a child to care for. She was hungry and all alone in a foreign country. To think that only a few days before, I was making fun of my mother, wondering if she was going to sneak through security and board the flight to Brownsville with me. I learned never to take the concern of a loved one for granted. But how can I talk about faith without mentioning family? We are all the person we have become for 2 reasons: our faith and our family, but more specifically, our parents. Mom, Dad, I want you to know that I am grateful for everything that you do for me and that I love you. Our household is a little different from average. My twin sister, Kelly, has special needs. She is nonverbal, developmentally delayed, and deeply cherished by my parents. Their devotion to Kelly taught me at a young age that every person deserves the same love and respect. When I was younger, none of my peers understood the situation. Kelly was just different to them. Looking back at the effect she has had on me, I know that it is a blessing to call Kelly my sister. I have learned more from living in the same house with her than I have through any articulate conversation. No matter how tough a situation, a smile on her face brings joy to an entire room. Without her, I would not be the person I am today. Lastly, remember to thank your grandparents. Show them their love and support does not go unnoticed. Mima, Grampy, and Sue, thank you for being my biggest fans. To all my relatives who traveled so far to make it today, thank you for coming. And I'd like to send some prayers to my Uncle Jeff, who could not make it today as he's recovering from a heart attack. After 4 years of hard work, I think I'm speaking on behalf of all my classmates when I say that Hendricken has prepared us for our next chapter, college. We are very fortunate to have teachers who really want us to succeed, and their passion for education is what makes Hendricken such a great place to learn. There have been very difficult classes, such as Miss Danforth's sophomore English, but as hard as it was, I can assure you I will never forget how to put a paper into MLA format. Coach Johnson's physics class, where just this month we have had the spaghetti bridge, bottle rocket, and the Rube Goldberg project, all of which required learning how to work together, but also it taught us how to survive the next day with little to no sleep. The most important aspect of academics is to actually learn and use information as opposed to being able to recite it for a quiz. In Mr. Quigley's U.S. history class, I learned far more than just the 50 states, Industrial Revolution, or the stories of our nation's founding fathers. With no notes and a passion for history, Mr. Quigley taught me the importance of doing what I love and the positive effect it can have on others. We must demonstrate the same enthusiasm that our teachers have shown us. It seems that lately, you cannot mention Hendricken without thinking of athletic success. Over the course of 4 years, all of our teams have been greatly successful, bringing home trophy after trophy. For all of the things that we have accomplished as a class, I am happy to say that we have not had to learn how to lose graciously, or at all for that matter. Both the football and the baseball teams have won every championship since freshman year. Man Gate reaches its full potential on the day of the Super Bowl, where hundreds of students show up in support of the team. At that point, we are very confident that we will win, especially if we're playing the South. I would like to thank both teams for never teaching us how to lose, but also for giving us an opportunity to come together as a fan base. It was a pleasure watching you succeed. This year, Hendricken won 4 championships in the winter season alone: basketball, hockey, wrestling, and swimming. I would like to thank Coach Gomes for putting me on the team. Not so much for the opportunities on the court, I tended to play better at practice, but for the chance to gain 12 brothers. The championship we won was 10 times sweeter because we did it as a family. Every practice or game, Justin Missoula broke us out with "Family on 3," because that's what we were, and so is every team at Hendricken. A group of brothers working to achieve a common goal. That's a Hendricken sports team, and that's why we are so successful. Sports teams are not the only success stories at Hendricken. We dominated academic decathlon this year, finishing 2nd in the nation. The band has won many awards, and that comes as no surprise. I have heard them perform at unified sports games, at halftime shows at football games, and the national anthem at basketball games. And if you guys ever want to come down to the baseball field for a national anthem, feel free. It would be a nice change from the CD rendition. Speaking of unified sports, it has been a pleasure being a part of the unified volleyball team for the past 3 seasons. Winning a championship pales in comparison to the memories I've made as a partner. I'd like to give a shout out to my co-captain, Chris Zimmerman, who has had a great career with the Hawks. It has been a pleasure watching you grow. Look around you. I bet at the freshman massive welcome, you did the same thing. At the time, many of the faces you saw were unfamiliar. Now, most of them have become good friends and even brothers. One of the benefits of having a small class is the opportunity to become close to a higher percentage of your classmates. And by now, I think most seniors know one another pretty well. I often look back at old pictures from freshman or sophomore year, and I always notice that the kids I hung out with then are still good friends of mine now, and will be for a long time to come. We all have something in common. Our time at Hendricken. When we go off to college in the fall, remember the awkward period in which we are forced to leave our comfort zone and interact with new people that we experienced as freshmen. Unfortunately, the same situation will present itself in September. As Hendricken men, remember to treasure the values we share, and my advice to you is to stay true to them. Your family, friends, teachers, and classmates have instilled these values in you for a reason, so use them as a tool in life. We will encounter many new people, creating new friendships with those who have different life experiences, but the ones built over the course of 4 years at Hawks will always remain. To the class of 2016, we've had a lot of fun times together, and I wish you the best of luck in the future. Live Jesus in our hearts.
Forever.